Hi, this is Gene. This message goes out to CLD Nation and to the London Real Broadcast Yourself Workshop. So I'm in this 8-week program with the London Real Broadcast Yourself Workshop, and I'm creating a podcast. So the name of my podcast is called the CLD Podcast. And the objective of this podcast is really to help people navigate complex multicultural environments, but specifically help China expats, which means that if you are a foreigner and you are being assigned by your company to work in China, you may experience what we call a CLD, or a China Leadership Dilemma. And what that basically is an unexpected disappointment due to your own lack of awareness, your own myopia, and also sometimes what we call unknown unknowns. So when Americans or foreigners go to China, because of the cultural dichotomies, there's a lot of things that they don't know. And what has made them successful prior to going to China, a lot of times will cause them to experience an unexpected disappointment. So the objective of this podcast is to share a lot of stories about how foreigners misinterpret and misunderstand the Chinese mindset, the Chinese culture, and how to communicate effectively in China, and therefore they experience an unexpected disappointment, which we call a China Leadership Dilemma, or CLD. So this is kind of an introduction to the CLD podcast. Hi, this is Gene. Today I'm going to record an introduction video of a new podcast that I'm starting called the CLD Podcast, and this video is just to give everybody kind of a behind the scenes on the current studio that I'm using. So I'm sorry if the camera is a little wobbly. So this is the business center at Westview Apartments here in Irvine, which is where I live. And so I can use these kind of conference rooms. And you can see that I have a kind of a very cheap 3-point lighting system that I purchased off Amazon. So if the lighting here is not dark enough just with the ambient light, then I turn on the lights. You can also see here, I'm eventually going to put my iPhone in this tripod. So, and this thing right here holds the iPhone, and this mic supposedly gives slightly better quality, and this will just plug straight into the iPhone. And if you could look over here, this is the background screen, and there are 2 chairs. So when I do interviews, let's see if you can see the 2 chairs. When I do interviews, it's me sitting here and my guest sitting over here. I'm sorry, I'm not really good at recording myself with this thing, so hopefully it comes out okay. But I'm going to do an introduction video very soon. And I'm going to do the introduction video by putting the iPhone into the tripod, and I'll be speaking in front of the screen. So I just wanted to give everybody kind of a behind the scenes view of how this podcast will evolve. Right now it's very rudimentary. I've spent probably about $100 to $150 on tripods and lighting and the little microphone and all of that stuff. Okay, so this is just the first behind the scenes view.